Supporters of former President Rodrigo Duterte gathered outside the International Criminal Court in The Hague as the pre-trial chamber began the confirmation of charges hearings against him. They are hoping the ICC will dismiss the charges against Duterte. One supporter also reacted to being called a Duterte clone and a fanatic by a lawyer representing victims of the Philippine drug war.
I don't want the word fanatics. Hindi kami sunod-sunod lang na walang prinsipyo. So, and they called us clones. Gumagawa daw si President Duterte ng mga clones. I don't want the terms used there.
Meanwhile, relatives of drug war victims also monitored the proceedings. They expressed satisfaction with the prosecution's opening statement and said the evidence against Duterte is strong.
Nung nagsalita yung prosecution, naging masaya dahil maliwanag naman maayos naman yung nailatag. Pati yung lawyer, si Attorney Butuyan, okay naman yung kanyang pagsalansan ng mga defense, no? Pero pagdating kay Kaufman, mukhang out of the topic. Maybe, yun lang talaga yung mai-defense niya dahil siguro wala na siyang ibang maging argumento.
For more updates on the confirmation of charges hearing against former President Rodrigo Duterte, we go to One News anchor Angela Lagunsad Castro. Angel, good morning from the Philippines. Nakamute.
Okay, so good morning also from The Hague. It's already 3 in the morning here and halos parehas lang naman kami sasabihin nung sinabi ng report. But yun nga, the confirmation of charges of former President Rodrigo Duterte has just wrapped up, no, the first day. So today naman, it's going to be the second day. So we'll be expecting the continuation of prosecution submissions on the merits as well as the Victims' Council submission on the merits. So ito yung pagpapatuloy lamang ng kanilang pagpipresenta ng mga iba't ibang ebidensya that they think would really nail a former President Rodrigo Duterte to the coffin, 'di ba? Parang talagang magkaroon ng basihan ang pre-trial chamber na i-decide ito na mag-proceed sa full trial. So, yun yung mga nangyari kahapon. I was able to talk to some personalities like si Attorney Nery Colmenares na nabanggit ko sa kanya na nakausap ko rin si Attorney Salpanelo at para kay Attorney Salpanelo, jurisdiction pa rin daw ang dapat pag-usapan, no? But of course, we all know that the trial chamber has already ruled on that. So sabi ni Attorney Nery Colmenares, hayaan mo na sila. Hanggang doon na lang yung kanilang pinaglalaban At least tayo, umuusad tayo. Yun ang sabi niya, no? Tapos I also asked Attorney Salpanelo kung ano ba talaga ang kanya magiging papel, no? Bilang isang Filipino legal counsel ni former President Rodrigo Duterte, and he said that he's merely going to observe, no, for the rest of the week, no, for the rest of the confirmation of charges dahil nga syempre under the rule of pre-trial chamber, hindi ka lang po pwedeng pumasok doon at maging isang attorney kung wala kang accreditation, no? So wala naman sila doon, wala silang ganon. So pababayaan lang muna nila itong team ni Attorney Kaufman na magdepensa para nga dito kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. And after the confirmation of charges, he said that he's going to meet with the team of Kaufman at para daw pag-aralan itong mga nangyari this past a few days. Yun lang daw muna ang kanilang gagawin dito. At yung tungkol naman dun sa sinabi ni Attorney James Butuyan, he actually delivered an emotional speech. And sabi naman nila, Attorney Salpanero, lumang tugtugin na yon. And dun sa hanay naman ng prosecution na iba't ibang videos, no, iba't ibang mga dokumento. Actually, in fact, nagpresenta sila, no, ang prosekusyon ng mga videos, ng mga audio ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, na siya ay nagsasambit, no, tungkol sa mga kill, yung mga pag-amin niya ay yun, isa yun sa mga pinaka-highlight ng confirmation of charges yesterday. So, yun muna, no? Yun ang ilan sa mga nangyari dito sa The Hague, Netherlands. Diego and Mermon.
Yeah, given na tapos na yung day one, ano ngayon ang assessment ng both sides, critics and supporters alike, about how the first day went? Siyempre, on both sides, ang daming pinakita, documents, tsaka yung actual video. So, siyempre, may mga reactions na sila. At mas lalo na yung reaction ng mga family members.
Right. No, for Attorney Kaufman, on the defense side, a lot of people were were actually disappointed by him because they were expecting a lot from him. Kasi sabi nga nila, rockstar siya doon sa international court, pero parang ang nangyari, wala naman siyang mga ebidensya na mga pinakita sa kanyang opening statements. In fact, he resort to yung parang blaming, 'di ba? Of course, dinamay niya si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos at sinabi din niya, dinamay din niya ang media na gumagawa tayo ng mga, kumbaga selective yung ating mga ipinalalabas, kaya natitake out of context yung mga sinasabi ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. So, ilan lamang yan dun sa mga disappointment na narinig natin from the ground. Although, sabi nga natin, sa Thursday pa naman talaga makakapag-present si Lawyer Kaufman ng kanya mga merits sa mga kasong ito because that's his schedule. So what happened yesterday was just an opening statement from him and hindi pa talaga yun yung pinaka-merit ng kanyang kaso. So titingnan natin kung anong alalamanin nung kanyang mga depensa sa susunod na araw. On the part of the prosecution, Diego and Merrimon, yung mga, of course, the victims, the ones who are supporting this fight, they are very happy doon sa mga ipinalabas ng prosecution and they really felt the opening statement of the common legal representative Butuyan because he delivered a very emotional speech, very direct, saying na kapag until now he also relayed the message of 400 plus victims in that court yesterday, saying that they were very disappointed that former President Rodrigo Duterte did not appear in the confirmation of charges. And he said also na even after former president has already been detained for almost a year, the victims are still scared, and that he also reiterated how powerful the Dutertes are yesterday through his speech, through his opening statement, saying that, the president has a daughter back in the Philippines who is already a vice president and has currently announced her intentions to run for the presidential elections in 2028. His sons are both in the politics as well in Davao. So if you are going to bring Duterte home back there in the Philippines, what will happen to the victims? It will be dangerous for them. So yun yung mga highlight nung naging speech or opening statement ni Butuyan. Diego.
Angela, tanong lang din, what are we going to expect sa continuation of proceedings and from the outside of ICC, yung mga sabihin na natin nagbabantay o nag-aabang, meron bang plans for a prayer session or any groupings for the day?
Well, of course, sabi ko nga today is going to be the continuation of presentation ng merits of the case ng both the prosecution and the victims, through their legal counsel. And then on Thursday, rather, kasi tomorrow it's going to be a rest day. On Thursday it's going to be Kaufman's turn to present his merits, to submit his merits of the evidence. And there's going to be summary closing statements mula dito sa kanila, and merong konting gagawin din doon, magkakaroon ng review of the detention center ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. But under the rules of pre-trial chamber, nandoon talaga yon at tinitingnan nila after 100 days kung okay pa ba yung detention na yon, etc. So it's a minor detail, sabi nga ni Attorney Nery Colmenares, nothing to worry about. Basta abangan lang natin yung magiging desisyon nila, which is within 60 days after the confirmation of charges has confirmed. And then of course, doon naman sa hanay ng mga protesters sa Duterte Panagutin Network, ito yung mga anti-Duterte group, sinabi nila sa akin yesterday na magpapatuloy ang kanilang mga protesta for the duration of the confirmation of charges of President Rodrigo Duterte, or former President Rodrigo Duterte. And there will be speeches among them, presentation, and of course, pinakalaging highlight ng kanilang mga demonstrations dyan sa tapat ng ICC, Diego and Merimon, ay yung mga pinapakitang letrato ng mga victims of EJ case. And of course, yung mga speeches ng mga ilang mga miyembro ng pamilya na biktima ng EJ case, isa yan din doon sa mga ipinapakita or ginagawa ng mga protesters. On the side of the pro-Duterte movement, even in an ordinary day, they would always, go there sa may side ng ICC Detention Center or yung facility kung saan nakakulong si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Every day yan, they go, they bring food for themselves, they gather there, just to make sure daw mapaabot kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na hindi siya nag-iisa sa labang ito. And recently, since the start of the confirmation of charges, walang pwedeng dumalaw muna dito kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. That's why wala tayo nakikitang any Duterte family member na nandito ngayon sa ICC para nga sa confirmation of charges ng kanilang ama.
Angela, speaking of that, ang nasabi kasi ng defense na, ang isa sa pinresent nila is taken out of context daw yung ilang pronouncements ni former President Duterte. So, mangungumusta lang din ako, kumusta ang reception kaya ng mga supporters ng dating Pangulo sa media na ngayon nasa The Hague, Netherlands?
Oo. Well, hindi ako kasi masyado na punta doon sa mga supporters. I was just in the court, going back and forth, getting guests para ma-interview natin. Talagang nakikinig tayo doon sa presentation ng both, of course, the defense and the prosecution. Kasama na rin yung sa victims through their legal counsel. But I was able to talk to some and I was able to observe. Kasi when I was talking to, when I was interviewing Attorney Sal Panelo, dinumog kami ng mga supporters at talagang nagvi-video sila habang ini-interview ko si Attorney Sal Panelo. And anything or everything that Attorney Sal Panelo would say, they would really agree. Maririnig mo sila, yes, tama, gumaganon sila on the background. So I guess talagang natutuwa sila doon sa naging kinalabasan ng depensa. Siyempre, that's understandable. On the other side of the fence naman, yung mga victims, when I asked them about it, ano yung kanilang naramdaman tungkol sa naging opening statement ng depensa, tungkol doon sa joke yun, hyperbole, at saka si former president is such a unique character, na talagang may mga pagkakataon na natitake out of context yung mga sinasabi niya. Ang sabi nung isang na interview ko na mother of two of the EJK victims, sabi niya, of course for us masakit yon because hindi naman joke na mawalan ka ng anak. So hindi maganda para sa amin, hindi kaaya-aya na marinig namin na these things are just jokes.
Confirm lang natin para sa mga, for the sake of our viewers, ano ang kailan malalaman ang confirmation of charges, kung i-drop, iba-bypass muna for now or i-confirm? Kailan daw maririnig ang decision?
Well, it's like what I've said earlier. After the confirmation of charges, the decision will be released within 60 days. Doon natin malalaman kung, yun nga, tulad ng sinabi mo, Diego, tama ka doon, kung is it going to full trial or hindi, or ibabalik yung mga ebidensya or what. So, hindi pa natin malalaman. Basta within 60 days, or actually, I remember going to an online briefer before we went here sa The Hague. Sabi nila, kung mas maaga meron silang mailabas na decision, then they will do that. Pero as much as possible, it's within 60 days.
Okay, may sinabi ba ang prosecution about yung style ni Attorney Kaufman? Kasi I was reading up on Attorney Kaufman. Apparently, ang style niya, pag alam niya medyo dehado ang hinahawakan niyang kliyente, sa confirmation charges historically, ginagawa niya mahina ang argument. Tapos hinahayaan niya pumunta sa trial. Pag nagta-trial, dyan niya binibitawan yung mga mabibigat na evidence. So is the prosecution aware of his style, or are they guarded with regards to how he's dealing? Kasi baka for the defense, sabihin nila mga tao mahina si Kaufman. But I think yung mga prosecutors, they know who Kaufman is.
Yeah, but one thing they told me, especially si Attorney Cristina Conti, na this is going to be, or this is the first time that we're going to see, or that we are seeing Attorney Kaufman in action officially, because we would always see him in, pocket interviews. Tapos kapag nag-i-interview siya, maliliit lang naman yung mga sinasabi niya, hindi ganun ka-detalye. And knowing that Attorney Kaufman is known in his field in the international arena, of course, yung others were just disappointed with what happened yesterday, or parang nakulangan sila. But hindi natin alam nga, because this is just an opening statement, no? Aantabayanan natin yung magiging strategy niya. Tingnan natin kung talagang kung ano yung sinasabi niya doon sa opening statement, mas mabigat ba kapag dumating siya doon sa stage na submission na ng merits of the case. We will see, no? So yun ang aabangan natin.
So recap lang today, ano mangyari, and then sa the next 2 days.
Okay, so today, February 24, is the second day of the confirmation of charges. So it's going to be the continuation of the submission of the merits of the case of both the prosecution and the victims through their legal counsel. So yun lang yung mangyayari today. It's going to be from 10 to 3 with a 30-minute break and isang 1 and 90-minute break. Isang 1 and 30-minute break. And then tuloy-tuloy yan. Very very strict sila sa time. So if you would remember yesterday when Attorney Butuyan was talking, na-cut siya. Actually, nagtanong nga yung mga tao sa labas, bakit daw cannot, ganyan. So we explained that they're just following the schedule na during the time, it's just that during the time that he was talking, magbe-break na, so they had to cut him. Pero he was able to come back naman after the break and continue with his opening statement. So, ganun na mangyayari on Thursday. As I've said earlier, this is going to be the time na mag-present naman ng evidence, no, ng submission of merits, itong depensa through their lead counsel, Attorney Kaufman. And on Friday, it's just a summarization of everything, closing statement from the three parties, and then the review of the detention center. And then from then on, we will wait within 60 days kung magkakaroon na ng ruling ang pre-trial chamber dito. Yun.
Alright, take a quick breather muna kasi mahaba-haba pa ang araw mo dyan, Angela. Thank you.
Malamig.
One News anchor Angela Lagunzad Castro reporting live from The Hague, Netherlands.